And there we go. Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I've never seen them fade me in that way. That's weird. But anyway, welcome to the show. How are you tonight? I hope you all relaxed and sitting back in your armchairs or on your bed with your pillows, with a beverage, maybe some popcorn. Music. Music is what keeps us all going. Music is the universal language. Music is the way to win a person's soul. Grandma's Attic is all about music. And in my search for musicians, back during COVID, I had to seek out musicians that weren't out. That's not where I met this one, though. When we were in COVID, we did a show called Don't Pass the Guitar. You may have heard of the show Pass the Guitar. Well, during COVID, trying to be safe, we did Don't Pass the Guitar. And one of the performers during that Don't Pass the Guitar was the gentleman that I have here tonight. You may have seen him before because during COVID, we did do a few shows. There was a time we had to shut the station down because COVID. But when we came back up and came back on the air, this young man said he would come and be on my show. We struck up a fast friendship. He's an amazing young man. He's a school teacher. There seem to be a lot of musician school teachers, don't there? But he's a school teacher. He's a musician. He writes original music. You know how we feel about that. And he's here tonight, and he's going to perform for you a whole set of stuff that he didn't perform last time he was here because he just dug this out of his Pandora's box, as he called it, of old songs that are new to you because you haven't heard them yet, but old to him, and he's just like finding new friends or finding old friends over again. So please welcome into your heart, into your home, Patrick Kirker.
Well, thank you, Doc. It is very good to be back. Good to see everybody, and it's an honor to be here. Yeah, looking forward to playing some new tunes for you guys. And as I was telling Doc, I was thinking I had this whole set list planned and originals, and I was looking through some lyrics, catching up, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't played these in forever. So just like Dot said, for me, it's kind of like catching up with old friends. So here's a song for a good friend of mine, Pat Mitchell. She's an amazing musician, sang in the area for a long, long time. And as always, this is for Pat, and this is called Queen of New Orleans. Playing light of jazz, queen from New Orleans, voice so fine. She's got sweet songs that nobody knows, and a band likes to kick it with a whole lot of soul. And when she sings that love song, I'm back on Bourbon Street. And when she sings that love song, she's my queen of New Orleans. She's my queen of New Orleans, yeah. She's my queen, she's my queen, she's my queen. She's singing about the good times and more to come. And if your heart is breaking, just listen for the song. People are dancing and love shouting loud. This gypsy's got us rocking, I thank her out loud. And when she sings that love song, I'm back on Bourbon Street. And when she sings that love song, she's my queen. Oh, she's my queen of New Orleans. She's my queen of New New Orleans, yeah. She's my queen, she's my queen, she's my queen. Oh, she's my queen of New Orleans. She's my queen. Come and hear the love, yeah. Come and feel the love now. Come and hear the love, yeah. Come and hear the love now. She's my queen.
Here's that.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I had a good opportunity to play it for a long time ago. So hopefully I worked out some purple notes there. It's all right. This next song I actually just wrote about a couple months ago, and and originally when I was writing it, I was thinking, about how great it is sometimes, when you're growing up. And just when you're a kid, just everything's magical and beautiful, And then I started thinking, hey, where it's June, one of the great things about June, we get to put our feet in the sand, our toes in the water. Summer is here. But then, as I was telling Doc, the other great thing about June is Pride Month, and the notion of celebrating love and celebrating those that we love, and hopefully we can get to a world where everyone can love who they want without any kind of persecution. So this song's kind of evolved over the last couple of months, and it's about love and all that kind of good stuff, and it's called Free. When we went running, passing wild without a care. Sweet wind dancing in the sunshine, oh, ocean and air. And how do we find our groove? Your smile declares. Cut a rug and shake your shoes, room for everyone here. Kind of feels like free. Kind of feels like free. Kind of feels like it kind of feels like free. Let's try to catch a cloud. We'll swim through the air. A little dose of help me now. Need the love everywhere. Let's scare a dinosaur, go away and see. Come on, hear our roar, the sound of victory. Kind of feels like free. Kind of feels like free. Kind of feels like it kind of feels like free. Why can't we accrue days like these? Would love your company now, 'cause I'm in need. It kinda feels like free. It kinda feels like free. Kinda feels like it kinda feels like free. feels like free.
Woo-hoo! I like it when we're kind of free.
Whew, kind of panicked there throughout the song. All sounds like, oh, that's not the note, that's not the note. But that's okay. That's the beauty of originals. Maybe that wrong
Maybe
one
that
was
is
supposed
the
to be
note.
there. Yeah. All right, this next song may sound, actually just wrote this one just the other, about a month ago. May sound like a sad song, but it isn't, which is kind of about waking up and what to do with the day in front of you. And this is called Channel 8. Early morn, dreams are born, sunrise is gone. Seize the day, waste away, sunrise is gone. And I told myself I remember walking through this night, left alone like nobody home but a fire burning bright. 'Cause I saw myself on the Channel 8 news, streetwise microphone looking for truth, and how I dreamed oh it could be. Do you want to change this reality? Come on, make it be. Sunrise gone, sunrise gone. And I told myself I remember the storm is at your door. Look outside 'cause I'm all alright, can't hurt me anymore. 'Cause I saw myself on the Channel 8 news, and streetwise microphone looking for truth, and how I dreamed oh it could be. Do you want to change this reality? Come on, make it be. Sunrise is gone. Yeah, yeah, sunrise is gone. And I told myself I remember everything. Stuck inside, but I hold on tight. Gotta learn to love again. 'Cause I saw myself on the Channel 8 news, a streetwise microphone looking for truth, and how I dreamed oh it could be. Do you want to change this reality? Come on, make it be. Sunrise is gone. Yeah, yeah. Sunrise is gone. Sunrise is gone. Sunrise. Sunrise is gone. Sunrise is gone. Sunrise. The sunrise is gone. Thank you. All right. You know, I was once again telling Dot earlier, you know, in terms of switching everything up, kind of found this motif about playing songs just about love, and the whole world kind of needs a lot of it right now. And so this was a fun one to write, and I haven't played this one in long time, about 15 years, and but it was a fun one to write. And it's just about, I saw a great scene one time, and two people kissing in public, but just, you know, happy, just radiating, and, you know, and they just, one of them had that big ass grin, and, you know, that shows everyone that you're in love. So this song is called Big Ass Grin. I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. The Lordy only knows what you're thinking again. I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. Come on girl, let's show the world. Oh man, feeling young under big blue skies. We'll part these ugly clouds, baby, please don't cry. Some funky monkey love playing in your eyes. Come on girl, let's show the world. I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. The Lord, he only knows what you're planning again. I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. Come on, girl, let's show the world. And our love doesn't happen every day. And our love doesn't happen every day. Your smile says, I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. The Lord, he only knows what you're planning again. I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. Come on, girl, let's show the world. The stars are coming out and the fire is bright. A glass of wine for two and you're looking so fine. Some funky monkey love playing in your eyes. Come on, girl, let's show the world. And our love doesn't happen every day. And our love doesn't happen every day. Your smile says, I love it when you kiss me with a big ass grin. The Lord, he only knows what you're thinking again. The Lord, when you kiss me with a big ass grin. Come on, girl, let's show the world. Come on, girl, let's show the world. Little one. Once again, my apologies. I got my old lyrics right here, and I wish they were still stuck in here in the memory. But this run I wrote a couple years ago, and the more I thought about it after I wrote it, this one's called Blue Dress. And yeah, this one's just about, the more I thought about it, it's just about confidence. You know, if you're going to a wedding and you're going to a party and, you know, you just feel good about yourself. You know, you just feel good. You're loving what you're wearing. And, you know, those are just good moments to embrace. And it was nice to see someone at this wedding, you know, just feeling confident. So with that being said, this one's called Blue Dress. Just you in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. One dance, one glance, your eyes they seem to implore. And if you want me to, oh, I'll keep coming for more. You ask for a dance, and everyone's on the floor. What am I to do? Oh, save me your sweet Lord. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. Gonna make everybody sing, yeah. Gonna make everybody sing, yeah. You in that blue dress. Now you've got me, who's asking for the time? You light up a smoke, take a little bit of my wine. You ask for a dance, and everyone's on the floor. What am I to do? Oh, save me your sweet Lord. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody sing, yeah. Oh, my sugar sensation, oh, my sweet temptation, oh, my sugar sensation, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, my sugar sensation, oh, my sweet temptation, oh, my sugar sensation, yeah, yeah, yeah. You in that blue dress, oh, letting your body ring. Just you in that blue dress, oh, gonna make everybody Sing, yeah, you in that blue dress. Letting your body ring, just you in that blue dress. Gonna make everybody sing, yeah.
That's fun.
It's yeah, that was a good one. That was thank you. That was fun. And still kind of working out the nerves and the cobwebs up here. Yeesh.
Oh, come on. You of all people. And you just played past the guitar, so it's not like you, yeah. You got this.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Here's, this one's called Walking on Water. It's a love song I wrote for the ocean. Well, I heard the wise men say, let your skies turn gray. Though that your love has made, gotta take a stand today. No more pieces falling down, broken glass swept out. Walking on water I shall, standing tall and proud. 'Cause I'm here riding on a wave, moving through the ocean each day. Grooving, turning, burning my way. Won't you come out and play? No more do I care about what they say. I've got my felicity. My feet are dancing in my own way. Won't you come and see? 'Cause I'm here riding on a wave, moving through the ocean each day. Grooving, turning, burning my way. Won't you come out and play? Come on and feel this breeze, riding on a wave with me. On this journey I see something that was meant to be. Walking on water I feel, walking on water I see. Walking on water I need, walking on water I believe. Walking on water I feel, walking on water I see. Walking on water I need, walking on water I believe. Won't you come and see? 'Cause I'm here out on a wave, moving through the ocean each day. Grooving, turning, burning my way. Won't you come out and play? Come on and feel this breeze, gliding on a wave with me. On this journey I see something that was meant to be. Walking on water I feel, walking on water I see. Walking on water I need, walking on water I believe. Walking on water I feel, walking on water I see. Walking on water I need, walking on water I believe. Walking on water I believe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ain't nothing better than the ocean.
Woo!
All right, what to play next? How about, let's see, here it is. So it's funny, even though it is summertime, this song it's not about the summertime, and it's actually about the best parts in each other. You know, the best part that you see in someone that you care about. It's the best part that you see in something that you love. Still don't have a name for it yet, but right now just kind of calling it Afterglow. But we'll see. Everything's alright, gonna be just fine. Sweet words, please be true. Looking at the sunshine, dreaming with new eyes. I'm fine, how about you? My mind takes me far away. Battlegrounds, playgrounds where we all play. My mind takes me far away. Please don't take these summer dreams away. Whew. I love your summertime. I love your summertime. Rolling up on the shore, kinda want a little more. What it feels to be true. That's the afterglow, lighting up the afterglow. I'm fine, how about you? My mind takes me far away. Battlegrounds, playgrounds where we all play. My mind takes me far away. Please don't take these summer dreams away. Ooh, I love your summertime. I love your summertime.
So, Patrick, you want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
Sure.
That'd be fun.
Let's see. How about? All right. This last one, it's quiet tune, and it's figured to slow it down a little bit. But this one's simply called Dream. Everyone's talk about something's gotta give. Outside don't go no more, the theater's where you live. I just wanna bother, but think you gotta see just a little something to help you all believe. For we are the wind, we are the wind. For we are the wind of dreams. Dream. Everyone's looking for a ticket and a kiss. Someone to please remind me, don't take it off my list. Looking for a lost and found, looking for a soul. Mighty tides are rising, a space for the unknown. We are the wind, we are the wind. For we are the wind of dreams. Dream. And the banshees of necessity scream, scream, scream. But the deities of reality, but the deities of reality dream. Dream. Oh, dream. Little time, not so fine, thoughts of paper thin, rolling through the ocean to fill me up again. Language of sharing love, please don't disappear. I just wanna reach out and wipe away your tears. We are the wind, we are the wind. For we are the wind of dreams. Dream. And the banshees of necessity scream, scream, scream. But the deities of reality, but the deities of reality dream. Dream. Oh, dream. And if I see, hopefully before I die, miracles and wonders on the rise, holding hands, I know then that we pulled through, came true. For we are the wind of dreams. Dream. dream. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Patrick's getting unplugged in over here to sit down. Let me tell you, if you're hearing loud bangs and things at this hour on this Saturday night, the fireworks are happening downtown in New London. It's Sailfest. So if you're not out and about, stay home because traffic in a few minutes is going to get really crazy. People exiting the fireworks at this time of night during Sailfest can be kind of hard. There's still wonderful things going on tomorrow during Sailfest. Get down and check out the music, check out the food, check out the art, support your local artists, check out the craft fair. Go support Sailfest. It's open, it's happening this year. It happened last year like this, but it's happening this year. So get out and support Sailfest. And I'll be back and tell you about some more things after I talk to Patrick. Hi, welcome back. I love having you here.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
It's nice to have you here. I want to talk about something that is bugging me.
Okay.
So it dawned on me when, after interviewing musicians for so many years, it came to my attention, which I don't know why it didn't dawn on me before, that a good majority of y'all are teachers. Why? What is it you think that makes teachers become musicians, et cetera, et cetera?
Wow, that's a great question. And it's, you know, I have the very good fortune to work with some amazing colleagues, and a handful more are musicians. And I think just the nature of the job itself, regardless of what someone teaches, whether it's math or history, English.
Oh, I know. It's all over the place.
I think the nature of the job is you have to be creative. You know, and every day you have to go in, you're preparing lesson plans, you're thinking of a creative twist, you know, throw on for the lesson at hand, just to try to rope the students in. So I think, you know, for many teachers, they have so many creative outlets, and so many of them are painters and sculptors and do all these incredible things. And so I think it's just part of the nature of the job, and you know, a lot of teachers just, it's part of their outlet.
Were you a musician before you were a teacher? What came first? I'm going to be a teacher, or I'm going to be a musician?
You know, wow, great question. I actually had a guitar in hand before I thought about being a teacher. I was living in Boston at the time, and it was funny, I always had a guitar, but I just didn't have the patience to learn. I would pick it up, and it's like, oh, you know, I just want to be able to pick it up and play. And when I was living in Boston with my best friend, and he was, you know, he could play, and I remember thinking, man, that sounds fun. And I was going to all these concerts and just seeing all the fun they were having on stage. And I'm like, all right, you got to learn. And so luckily over the years, a lot of people were patient with me, and you know, I took lessons. And then when I started experiencing the cathartic effects of playing, you know, whether it's celebrating something good or trying to exorcise something bad,
right?
Then I really fell in love with the medium, and that's, you know, yeah, that's the beauty of guitar and music. It's just limitless. There's so much to learn and enjoy and explore.
There's so much to write about.
Yeah, so much.
So much to write about. Do you ever play for your students?
I have before in the past, yeah. You know, and the great thing about playing with for the students is, you know, they're so honest. So if I'm working on a new one and I'm not too sure how I'm feeling about it, and you know, over the years I'd throw, you know, I'd tell them this is what I'm thinking, I'd throw it by them, and they'd be sitting there, and at the end they'd just be like, or they'd be like, no, Mr. K, that was good, that was good. And so yeah, it's fun to play for them, and it's also great when students are musicians and they're grabbing instruments and they're jumping in the fray, and once again, that's the beauty of, you know, making music with friends and humans. It's that universal language.
It's good stuff. So you've been playing guitar not as long as you could have been, because you didn't start till you were in Boston. You had to have been
Probably,
you had to have been in college, maybe?
Yeah, I was out of college at the time, so I didn't pick up the guitar probably to about my mid-20s. And I guess going back, I guess hindsight's always 20/20. I wish I started earlier. I don't know if I would have had the drive for it, that I did then and still do now. And, constantly learning from good friends and, and even the late night jam sessions where it's just fun, ugly playing regardless of what it sounds like.
Right.
Just a blast.
So if you were living in Boston, you must have been seeing some great shows. What were some of the shows that really influenced you while you were in Boston? I can tell you some of the shows I saw in Boston, but I'm older than you.
Yeah, whether it were some of the jazz places in Boston, probably the smaller acts, those smaller intimate acts of artists you hadn't heard of or didn't know, and just to see people pour their hearts out, on stage and do so in a manner that was just so incredible and moving. And then started kind of working my way up from there and starting to fall in love with bigger acts and heading down to the old Great Woods in Mansfield, Mass. And there's just so many artists that I've been inspired by and constantly go back to. And but yeah, I probably say those to smaller acts.
Okay, on the backside of Fenway Park, across the street, there used to be a club called Spit.
Okay.
So I saw Nina Hagen there, and you probably don't know who Nina Hagen is, but that's okay. I saw Boy George there.
Oh, wow.
I saw a bunch of littler Boston bands, the Neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I saw some great bands at Spit. Spit was a really tight club. You couldn't get in there unless you knew somebody.
Gotcha.
Luckily, I knew some people, but...
You had the connections.
Well, I did. I kind of did. I was hanging out with a musician called Lou Miami.
Okay.
And he was really popular in the 80s, really, really popular. He went out to San Francisco to become a police officer later on in his years. But anyway, let's talk about your influences with songwriting. Your music tends to be very unique and very you. Where do you think your ideas for your nuances in your music come from?
Yeah, I think over the years of learning vocally what I'm capable of and more so what I'm not capable of, there are things I wish I could do vocally, and I don't know if someday I'll ever get there, but just knowing, kind of finding that pocket and just kind of finding, I just read a great article the other day with Flea, the bassist from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I love them.
Yeah, and he was just saying, the great thing about a musician is when you find when you find what makes you feel good, what makes you feel comfortable. And there've been a lot of quiet nights at home. I'm just playing and working on stuff, and and it just feels good. And it might sound good to me, might make someone else's ears bleed.
I don't think any of your music makes people's ears bleed.
Well, thank you.
No,
and,
not a thing.
But it just takes a while just to grow that confidence, and finding your voice, and whether it be the way you play guitar or the way that you sing, and I found over the years just became a little bit more and more and more comfortable, and with the help from a lot of people.
That's awesome. Now, if you're playing a club where there's drinking and rowdy, and the next night you're playing in a coffee house and people are sitting and listening, my preference would be the coffee house. But some people really like that rowdy background, and they just like really to kick it out. Do you prefer the coffee house?
Yeah, it's funny. Those rowdy places are a blast, and obviously something like then we're doing a lot more covers than originals. Maybe some of the more driving originals will play, and there's something to be said when you're enjoying that that symbiote energy, that synergy, if you will, going back and forth. And it is just a blast. And also those kind of nights you can kind of get away with a lot if you mess up here or mess up there, because everyone's just in it to have a good time. But but also I find sometimes those coffee houses shows that much just as rewarding, if not more so. It's our very first gig as a band. was for the Spiker Gang in Norwich, and it was a great first gig for us in terms of learning a lot of things. And then over the years, I always go back to that gig because throughout the show they didn't clap, and it wasn't because it's just something that they didn't do, but at the end of the show they came up to us and they're like, "That was great, that was great." So anytime I get nervous or something like that, I go back to that first gig and I'm like, "Hey, we made it through that." And on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, I had an experience. I got called, asked to do a gig. I had done this fundraiser at Roger Williams Park many moons ago, and the next year, like, "We would love to have you back." And
nice.
And this was before the days of Waze, and I'm driving, and it was in Jamestown, and they really weren't clear on what the gig was for, and it was in the basement of a church rectory, and it turned out to just be about me and 3 nuns, and so it was just me and the guitar, and I'm like, okay, let's try to have a good time. And
wow.
So yeah, we've had a lot of cool experiences over the years, and
what do you do in the basement with 3 nuns?
Yeah, I
what
asked,
did you sing?
Oh boy, I actually sat on my amp, didn't even plug it in, and I just played a lot of the softer, quieter stuff where the originals are covered, so that's in the repertoire. And even some of the more rocking covers, I just did very, very softly and gently. And,
nice. They must have loved you.
We had a blast. It was fun.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Do you have upcoming gigs you want to tell the world about?
Yeah, one of our, we're back at Steak Loft as a full band on July 19th.
Nice.
And then,
that's next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. And then my other bandmate and I were doing a duo down at Seaside Beach Club, which is open all. And it's one of our favorite gigs of the year because the great thing is you're just looking out at the beach. You're just looking out the water the whole time.
Nice.
So just to see people, hanging on the beach, waves rolling in, sunset.
So you're at the Steak Loft on the 19th. And what time do you start?
7 to 10.
7 to 10, nice. That's a great place. I love the Steak Loft.
It's
Food's not bad either.
We look at it, it's an honor to play there because so many amazing musicians have graced that stage and are still gracing that stage. So to be able to stand up there with them in that space, it means the world.
Greg Piccolo comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know who Greg? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Some of the good blues players have played there, and some of the locals that are really good are playing there on a pretty regular basis. So yeah, that's good. So that's awesome. Where can people find you?
They can find us on Facebook, Instagram on Facebook, under our band name Confined, or can simply find me on Facebook or Instagram. So usually posting all the gigs through there.
Right, nice. So if oh my goodness. If you were to leave behind something, anything, for people to remember you by, what would it be?
Wow. Ooh, that's a good one. What would encapsulate me? If it was something tangible and concrete, I'd probably say one of my photographs from Ocean Vine.
Okay.
It's my side project, Ocean Vine. One of my favorite photos I call Sunset Serenade, and it was just, I usually shoot on a very fast shutter speed, so usually at the end of the day I'll come home and I'll have anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 pics because the ocean's always moving and you never know what kind of moment's going to avail itself. And it was this beautiful sunset at a wide-angle lens, and it was coming through very nondescript, and so I put on my zoom lens, blinded myself, went right into the sunset. And while going through the pics afterwards, it was just a perfect moment of the seagulls and the waves and this beautiful sunset light. And
I have some of those too. I understand that whole picture thing.
So I would probably say if I were to leave something behind, and I named it after a song I had wrote ways back, would be Sunset Serenade, that picture.
Nice. So you need to frame the picture with the song.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. That's a great call. I'll think of you.
So that's what you need to do, because that's a thing. So There's a thing in New London called the Hygienic Art Show. It happens in January, last 2 weeks of January, first 2 weeks of February.
Okay.
And anybody can put art into that show.
Oh, no
It's
way.
no judge, no jury, no entry fee. Anybody can put their art in. You get there really early and hang your own art.
Yeah.
And hundreds of people enter the show. Nobody wins, nobody loses, but you get to show your art.
Oh, I got to remember that.
So frame it up with the song.
That's a great
And
idea.
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people come to see that show.
All right, cool beans. Yeah, the next time we have a show will be the Mystic Art Show. We're in the Mystic Art Show, but I got to remember that one for next year. That sounds
I'll
like
remind
a blast.
you. I'll keep you going because I put pictures in that too. I take a few pictures.
Sweet.
Yeah, they sell sometimes too. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah, that's a big
I
deal.
love taking pictures. So not only are you a photographer, you're a singer, you're a teacher. What am I missing?
No, that's all the above.
All the above. That's also, it's also awesome. Now I know that I'm creative because I was taught that in a psychology class. The psychology of creativity was the name of the class. I didn't know. But creating things, songs, when you feel like maybe this song is done now and you play it back and there's something about it that's not quite right,
Yeah.
how do you take your child, that song, and rework it?
You know, it's funny. There have been songs where I'd say the rarest instant, at least personally for me, is when the chords and the lyrics come in one shot. When it all comes down, when that lightning strikes, it rarely happens. But there have been times where, I'll give it a rough draft and I'll go through the writing process, and then I'll give it a rough recording, and then I'll just let it sit. And then I'll go back to it like a week later. And then sometimes while listening back, you're like, oh, geez, oh. And, but no, and then you just kind of start editing and tweaking. And then sometimes what's the word I'm looking for? The smallest of moments can change the entire direction of the song. So
Right.
it's that's the fun part. And I've
Like taking 1,500 photos.
Yes, and great thing through my bandmates over the years is learning how to stay open. And so even when we're working and playing originals, when you provide the original to the band, they always make it better. But when they're like, Pat, how about trying this? And Pat, how about doing that? And that collaborative aspect and that sharing, 100% of the time they're making it better.
I love that. I love it when musicians do that. And you see that a lot at open mics.
Yeah.
When people get up and start playing together. That's a big deal. So we're going to run out of time.
Okay.
Of course, that happens every time. Can you take us out with a song?
Absolutely, I'd be
I'm
an
so
honor.
glad you were here. It's so much fun having you in.
Oh,
I love having you here.
Thank you again for the invite.
Absolutely. And I want you to take that picture and I want you to put your song on paper and I want you to frame them together.
Will do, and I'll send you the pic. Just
Okay. That's awesome. So while Patrick's getting set back up, let me just tell you, it's summertime. Make sure your kids have flip-flops or something on their feet. The hot tar will burn their feet. The same with your pets. If you have pets that go outside by themselves, please keep them off the hot tar. It will burn your pet's feet, and it's not a good thing at all. So also, your neighbors that are elderly next door, please make sure they have even a fan, something with air moving in their house and fresh water. Make sure your neighbors are taken care of. That's what we do in a community. I love you all. I'll see you all next week. Have a great time at Sailfest. Get out on Sunday and check out the arts, check out the music, check out New London. I love you all. See you next week. Bye.
Dot, thank you very much once again for the invite and and here's a song about hope. Oh, someday I will be free from this loneliness that keeps on following me. Someday I'll find my true love on this road paved for me. Someday I will be free. Someday I will be free. Oh, someday I'll find a way to shed some calm upon these stormy waves. If people only listen to Mother Nature's grace, someday I will find a way. Someday I will find a way. Oh, someday when they play the song that will make all the people wanna sing along. Well, if I keep on listening and I save a little faith, someday there could be change. Someday there could be change. And there were times when I lost my way, heartbreak and sin, I hate to say. Without you I wouldn't find my way, which is why I believe that someday I hope you will feel the kind of love that touches and heals. Someday a little miracle will hold you in its gaze. Someday love will find a way. Someday love will find a way. Someday love will find a way. Thank you, everybody.